Talk me through this, guys. I think I have this right. Let's say the Jazz have the best record in the West, right? And the Lakers and Clippers are fighting for 2 or 3. Do they really care who gets 2 or 3? So as long as they don't fall to 4, you don't want to catch the Jazz in the second round.
Right.
They know they're going to play each other in the second round. Doesn't matter who's home. So then it comes down to load management, right? Who needs to rest their players more? I got to think they're going to give LeBron a break towards the end there.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis. And that's why I like the Clippers at even odds. I don't even necessarily think they're better than the Lakers or they'll go further in the playoffs. But to win the Pacific Division at even odds, that's my number right there.
The Suns at 12-1. I think that by far is the best value for any team to win the division, right? Look, it's going to be hard, sure, but you have to factor in AD's not going to be around for at least a month. The Clippers are going to have plenty of load management. If I'm the Clippers, I'd probably rather play the Jazz than the Lakers. Like, I don't know if those teams necessarily care if they drop to 4, if it means them just being healthy. Their upcoming games are very favorable with the exception of a few Laker games in here. So if they could pull out 1 or 2 of these Laker games, they're going to be, they're probably going to be right in it until the end.
I'm going to go to the Southwest. I'm going to take the Mavericks. After last night's win, they've climbed to within 1.5 games of the Spurs. They've gone over 500 now, and Dallas is 8-2 in their last 10. We know that's mainly because of Luka, but Porzingis in February, 22-8 is what he averaged. He was only getting 17 points before that.
So I'll throw out 2 teams real quick, and I'll counter you guys with the Spurs at plus 280. I mean, they are in the division lead, and they do have a great coach in Popovich. Popovich is nearing the end, too, I think. This might mean a little bit extra to him as a coach. And I also think you can get pretty good value at the Sixers at plus 185 because the Nets might be a load management team here, too, coming down the stretch.
San Antonio Spurs, Paulie.
Yeah.
So you'll be rooting for the Spurs tonight against the Knicks. That's good.
No, I will not.
That'll make you look good.
That's the one thing I was like,
Paulie kid's like, Knicks are a 4 seed, keeping us updated. Tibbs is the greatest. And I point out they're plus 160 to make the playoffs, and I get crickets. They don't believe that. They're like, oh, I'm not going to bet them to make the playoffs. I just want to point out that they're a 4 seed.